So y'all think y'all know what the correct age is to stop going trick-or-treating for Halloween? Because I be asking people and they just be like, as young as you feel, whenever you can't make it around the neighborhood to get the candy, right? So it was one time, we was in high school. We was some juniors. I don't be knowing. Juniors and senior year kind of meshed together for me. But we was one of those. It had to be junior because I think we played the JV basketball team at that time, right? So it's me, my best friend, and my cousin. We had just played. We had to wait and watch our freshmen play. Then we had our game. And then our coach was trying to make us stay and watch the varsity game. But it's Halloween night, so we like, come on, man. We already know they gonna win. What we gotta sit here and watch for? So we watched like the first quarter. We tried to make a deal with our coach. She like, all right, if we watch the first quarter, then can we just leave and go trick-or-treating? She looking at us like we crazy, like, what the, y'all grown asses is trying to go trick-or-treating for? We came up with a good deal, so she was like, all right, cool. Just watch the first quarter, then y'all can leave. So me and my best friend, my cousin, we lead a high school basketball game. We start walking down the street and we see, I don't think that was high school. That's probably like 8th grade maybe, 8th grade and a 7th grader, but two brothers, they walking down the street. We seeing them, we just walking down the street. We ain't really trick-or-treating because it's around the time where people stop giving out candy. It's like the end of the trick-or-treating time frame. So we walking down the street, we see two brothers, they like a half a block ahead of us, but we walking so slow that they keep going from house to house in front of us. So they never got behind us, we never passed them. They walking down the street, they get to the corner of the street. When I tell you this white car full of like 4 or 5 dudes, skirt, pulled up on these kids. We looking at them as kids because they can't be our age. We looking at them as kids. This car pull up to them, like 4 dudes hop out and start jumping these boys. So us 3 girls, we was standing there in amazement, like shocked, like, oh my God, what is happening right now? Because these boys ain't do nothing for that to happen. They just going trick-or-treating. They just happen to get to the corner of a street. Car pull up, I know they heart was pounding. Car pull up, like 3, 4 dudes get out, just jumping them. Then took their bag of, they didn't have a bag, they had like a pillowcase full of candy. Took the pillowcase, hopped in the car and took off. So the boys didn't see us the whole time we was walking behind them. They just minding their business going trick-or-treating. So we like, oh my God, we take off running past them. So we like, y'all okay? And then we take off running past them. And then, cause we didn't want the dudes to see us and think they need to jump us for some candy or nothing. We ain't got no weapons to protect ourselves. We like, oh, we didn't know this kind of stuff was going down on Halloween night, right? So we walk past the dudes, we get down a couple more streets, we get to the corner of the street, or we get into the corner of the street, Kalamazoo, one of those side streets going to Kalamazoo. So we coming down the street, but I stayed my head on a swivel anyway. So then some told me to look back. I look back, I see a dude full sprinting towards us. Like he wasn't running past us, he was running to us. So I see a dude full sprint running towards us, silent as a mug. I don't even know how I knew to turn around and look. But I just turned around and looked, see a dude full sprint. So I take off running. You know, black people, we don't ask questions. So then my cousin, my cousin and my best friend took off running behind me. Once you hit the corner, it's like a big old tree in front of somebody's house. And then they had a porch swing. So once I hit this tree, couldn't nobody see me. So I sat on a porch swing and just sat super still. I'm on these people's porch. I don't know who they is, but skip it. They gonna get this business today. So I'm sitting on their porch swing. My best friend run past me. She don't see me, so she run past me. My cousin seen me, so she sat on the porch too. I'm like, oh, he probably see where you went. We about to get tore up, right? But he ran past us. He didn't see us, but he still had his focus on my best friend. So my best friend got tired, so she just hit the grass. She got her hand up like, oh my God, no, please, I ain't do that to you. Don't do that to me. Please don't hurt me. Me and my cousin are crying, laughing, because we did not think she would react like that. So then the man like, man, y'all done put my brother in the hospital. He's so turned up trying to beat on us. We realized it's the older brother of the 2 boys that got jumped earlier that night. So we like, no, we didn't know them people. He thought we was with him. We like, no, we didn't know them people. We saw it happen just like y'all randomly saw it happen. He like, oh man, I'm just saying, they put my brother in the hospital, man. This supposed to be a good night. All this stuff going on, man. I can't wait till I get. I'm like, for candy? All this going on for Halloween? So then we keep walking. We get like a half a block from where that whole situation happened. The dude just start walking a different direction and left us alone once he seen what was going on. So we get like half a block from that area where all that happened. That same white car that just jumped them pull up next to us. We take off running. We like, hell no, that ain't about to happen to us. We take off running, but we hear our name. They said my name and they said my best friend. They yelled our name, Dominique. I turned around and looked. It's some friends from the neighborhood. So we did know the people that jumped them. We just didn't know it was them. We like, what the hell is y'all out here doing? Y'all out here jumping people and all this, taking people candy. Y'all about to get us jumped on from some stuff y'all did. So they like, man, skip all that. We going out tonight. We wilding out tonight. So then we end up getting in the car with them. Like, I hope this dude don't find them because ain't no telling who else they done jumped around on this part of town who looking for them. So then we start riding with them. They ain't jumped nobody else while we was in the car with them. And we got to like some railroad tracks. So then we started walking through the railroad tracks and this random dude, super silent too, was like a hood on, just came out the trees on the railroad tracks. It just walked past us. We all standing there like, what the fuck? Because we had just heard some gunshots. So we didn't know if it was because people were excited the night was over or whatever. We had just heard some gunshots. So we were like, what the hell's going on? Somebody just get murdered on these train tracks? So after that, I was like, man, there's too much going on. We'd have been witness to jump-ins, to almost murder scenes. I'm straight. I'm going in the house. I have not messed with Halloween since that night because the craziest stuff be going on.